Alright, so Arigoth Indie 2D RPG Devlog 1. Hey guys, I am Cade, and this is Dudwick, my dog. We're chilling out here in the Pacific Northwest of Oregon. Really rural area as my backyard indicates. It's a very cool area to be trying to get some inspiration for the kind of game that I'm looking to make because big part of it I'm hoping to have be kind of inspired by the northwestern woods around me. When I think about this game, I think about the games that I played when I was younger. Games like Oblivion, just really cool kind of gothic medieval RPGs. And I'm like, I want to bring a form of nostalgia that I had when I was a kid that was like this indefinable like wanderlust into my project. One of the ways I'm going to do that is to take some inspiration from the natural environment around me, and we happen to have goats, so I'm going to try and take whatever notes can come from this behavior and use that information to some degree. We've got chickens too. So when I think about the kind of work that I do normally, I do photography, videography. I've always made music, and one of the ideas that I had that was very backwards of regular was, why don't I take one of my new toys, which is a Teenage Engineering medieval sampler, and play with making a sample. And then that turned into, somehow, over time, basically making a rock song, which is not the direction of a soundtrack you would generally hear for any given medieval RPG. But the concept ended up being, I could take this, I could play with it, and maybe transform it, kind of cover my own song at a certain point into, like using an orchestral suite, maybe what would seem like a soundtrack. I'm not even sure that this is the correct direction or that it will work out to be in the game at all, but kind of coming back to a project like this, the first thing that I had was a little bit of sound inspiration. So I thought, yeah, dude, let's just see what we make. And I'm not completely sold it will be in the game, but I am sold that it kind of was the right first step to get me excited to be back in that world. And I'll play a little bit of that soundtrack version because the full rock track is finished, and that worked out. But I'll play a little bit of the soundtrack now while we take a look at the actual game itself, which is built in Godot. So what you're seeing now is going to be a little bit of the previous update before current, where things were a little bit more bare in the environment. There were still some of the base functions of the game, and but now we've got a little bit more of that kind of lively clutter. I have systems in place for that, and I'm completely new to game development. It's taken me a long time to sort out how to code, and I've had a really fun time working out this puzzle, but it is a puzzle, and it takes time. Interestingly, I think that it's going well. I've got these little butterflies. I'm so stoked about basic things. I've got grass that moves when I touch it. In a 2D world, I've managed to make it look slightly 3D. You can be both behind and in front of things, which sounds basic, but was hard to sort out. You can collide with and jump over objects in the world, and you can kind of run around and just like feel like the world is responding to your interactions. That was really important to me in almost every way when it comes to making a 2D game like this. So yeah, this is very much a fledgling game. This is just, here we go. This is one of my favorite parts. Bones and dirt, nothing more. The interactions. I want everything to feel like when you touch it, it responds to you. That's the only way to make something that's simultaneously nostalgic yet responsive. Maybe that's obvious to say, but I'm super excited about this, and super, super excited to end up showing you guys over time. Hopefully this is the kind of game that, as it progresses, you guys too will have an interest in. But in the beginning, I know the most important thing is for me to make this for me. I am the audience. And so I hope you'll follow me along though. And yeah, the dream would be at some point I could do this full time. I couldn't imagine a better version of storytelling and world crafting than this. So I can't wait to share more. And thank you for watching this first episode. We'll see you guys soon.